Are we? Wait. Did it start? All right, cool. All right, y'all, we back. I want to kind of recap. I finally watched the Netflix version of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I just want to go over some points and some things that I noticed, and then if it's anything I didn't notice, maybe y'all put it down here, maybe I missed it. But let's start off one. I kind of will somewhat compare this with the anime. I'm probably going to compare it to the animated one more, and a little bit with the movie that came out in 2010, The Disaster. I feel like this kind of made up for it though. But I mean, we can talk about. Let's just go over the name. Yes, they get it. His name is Aang, and it's not Ang, like they said in the movie. I don't even know what was that about. Like the movie was just so far off. It's almost like it was trying to make his own entity, maybe. But it was, I don't know what was the point of it. Like if you see me like taking a peek down, it's just a couple notes I put down because this was like maybe 2 or 3 days ago from this video going up that I would finish the series. So I don't want to really miss anything. I'm sorry. I know it'd be looking like I'm looking away because I'm kind of messing up. Sometimes I'm looking at the camera. I'll get it together at some point, but whatever, because I'm recording this from my phone. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, I want to talk about, okay, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe I could be wrong. It's like they still didn't get Zuko's scar right, though. The scar still isn't right. It still kind of looks like a little black eye that he has. When if you compare him to the animated series, it was damn near this much of his face was burnt. Like you get what I'm saying, and it's like they only wrap it around his eye, almost like just a black eye or something. But I mean, the way they made his dad do like the fire burn on there, because if I'm not mistaken, the animated series, because Zuko didn't fight back on there, so they did make the scene a little. I'll get more into that. 'Cause I kind of liked the scene or whatever. I think it's somewhere in the notes. If I remember, I'll get back to it because I'll go through like some of the things I'm saying. But I think it's his dad on the or the animation. Did he like kick the fire like out of his foot or something like that when he burnt them? So that's probably why it was bigger there. But yeah, with those purposes, now that I'm thinking about it, like standing on top of them with your hand, like boom, like maybe that would make that type of. I just feel like the mark should be bigger, like it was in the animated series, maybe. I get it because some of these are young actors and actresses, right? So there's one that I have to point out. The Katara character did not capture it the way I wanted her to. But then again, that maybe it's just me. I just feel like it was a lot of like non-emotion with her. Like we all know that's what made Katara's character in the animated series was her motherly like aura about her, right? Her emotions and everything. A lot of these scenes is like the girl that's playing her is like it's just a blank face. Even when she's trying to do like the sincere moments of it, or any type of thing, it's like she has the same face, the same like blank face, and she's just trying to make you believe the scene. Like, and it just wasn't working for me sometimes. So I feel like maybe that could have been a little better, but it might be a season two. Maybe she, but I if I put it in there, she did have one scene that kind of hit the Katara mark. She had one scene in here that I can remember. But yeah, for the early parts, because mind you, these are like going through this, like the way I wrote it down was like going, like I was trying to remember going through or whatever. And I feel like it could have been a little better with her emotions towards everything. The Aang version in the Netflix series was more compatible to the animated one than the movie, right? Because in the movie that is every time I say the movie, I'm talking the 2010 one. It's like he was so serious, right? Which of course, Aang, he's serious in the animated series, but for the most part, he was playful. Because remember, yeah, he's 112, but mind wise and everything, he's a 12-year-old kid, like basically. So he was like playful, joyful, and look, do weird things and stuff like that. They kind of bring that back with the series, and so I liked that because it was more on to what I remember when I watched the animated series when I was younger. So I like that. Yo, they brung Jet in the into the Netflix series. That was good to see. I didn't expect them to bring him in there, but he was a cool character, and he was a little significant in Katara's, like, in her journey. That was a significant character for her. The same way like uh Suki and Princess Yue was for like Sokka. Like, how those characters built you, like once we got to the end, like those like defining moments brung you to like what their character was. So I can see why they brung Jet in there. It was a good. I like the dude that played them. It was a good character. It was a good character. Suki, me bringing her up. It was nice seeing her in the show, right? The Kyoshi Warriors with their makeup and stuff like that, and their fighting style and their way of life. That was very good to see. And then I feel like, again, same way with Jet, you had to do that with Sokka when it comes to Suki, right? Because that was a big, like, that was a part of his life as far as for the show. Like, once he got, moving around and things like that, that she was like a very like significant portion, like a significant piece in his heart or whatever. So I feel like, yeah, you had to bring Suki on there. Kyoshi fight scene was crazy. When she took over Aang in the Avatar state, that fight was crazy. She was using all the elements. And remember, she was like a little ruthless, because if I'm not mistaken, she was the only Avatar that killed somebody, right? Or I could be wrong, but I remember it was they had Aang on trial on one of the episodes. I can't remember what village or where he was, but he was like on trial or something in one of the animated, the ones guys that watch the animated series, you might remember the episode I'm talking about. And he like, I think he like her wardrobe or something like that, and then he turned it to her, and she like admitted that she killed the dude that was trying to take over the city or something like that. So she was always like a ruthless character. And then like she was real tall, like when he was speaking to her in the spirit world in on the Netflix series, like she was with the animated one. So yeah, that was good. But yeah, Kyoshi always been ruthless, so that wasn't too anything. Uh, General Zhao, right? Okay, this has nothing to do with the character, but I'm just asking a question. Is that the dude from Rush Hour? The one when remember when Chris Tucker was like, I've been looking for your sweet and sour chicken ass. That's him, right? I gotta look up the names, because I'm pretty sure that's him. The one that the girl scarred his eye or whatever when she hit him with the Joan when he was kidnapping her in Rush Hour. That's him, right? But anyway, Zhao, he was kind of like another lifeless character a little bit, even though like, and I'm gonna get to what I'm trying to say. Zhao came off more as like a rat and like a slithery little snake. In the like animated series, he more so came off as like more sinister, I think. I don't know how to put it, but he just seemed like a snake and a rat, like somebody that's just a tell on you. Like I don't know. He was kind of, yeah, different. Sokka was okay. He was kind of close to original. He lacked, and like I said, these might be new. Um, damn, what was the word I was looking for? Actors and actresses, because they're younger, right? They're younger, so maybe that's what it is. But Sokka missed the point sometimes, because it's like, a scene was supposed to be like him cracking a joke or being funny, and it's like same thing as Katara, straight face. He's making a joke and he's just like that while he's making a joke. And it's like, yo, dude, are you serious right now? But but still playful. They was trying to put in the parts, like, because Sokka was always like eating food and stuff like that on the show. So I can see they was trying to put that in there a lot, like slowly, but whatever. Always wanted to be a warrior and things like that, but still vulnerable because he still was younger. So that was good. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. Neither was Katara either. I'm just saying, like, I feel like she didn't really hit the mark as much, but I don't think she was like terrible. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think she was that bad, but I just think it could have been a little bit better. I love the Suki character. She was nice. She was real good. She was real good. The graphics was crazy. What I was looking for, when I mean by graphics, I guess y'all are calling like, I guess it's like CGI or whatever. Like I'm just saying like the elements, like the water, the fire, the earth, the airbending. If we going over the northern air temple, the northern water tribe. I think Katara and Sokka was from the southern water tribe. It went to the when they went to the Earth Kingdom. That was like Omashu and all that. The scenery was just crazy on there. The scenery was crazy. Very good, very good, very good, in my opinion. Aang and Zuko fight at Omashu. That was a little quick little fun fight. Quick little fun fight, right? Because there was some good action scenes in here. That was a quick little fun fight. What I really liked though when they were in the Omashu was, I don't know what it's called, but you know the little roller coaster thing? Like that's kind of how they move around. Like when Katara and Sokka was trying to stop the bomb that Jet made or whatever. I was glad to see that in there because that looked like something that was always fun. When like I watched the animated series, it looked fun. Like to be on. I'm talking like in real life. Oh yeah, the cabbage guy. He was there. He was there. The guy that my cabbages. Right, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But every time they blow up his like I don't know, they just was destroying his food. I guess he was selling it, whatever. Like my cabbages or whatever. Y'all know what dude I'm talking about. He was in there. It was nice to see Azula and her friends so early, Tylee and May. It was good to see them that early. Very good to see them that early. Uh I thought Azula was gonna be more intimidating. She just seemed so much like, okay, because I get a lot of people were saying Zuko was like a crybaby and whiny and stuff like that. I got that more from Azula in this series. Like she was just a whiny brat that was trying to be better than her brother. Like and kind of I like yeah she was. I really don't want to say that in the animated series because if we're going off the animated series, she was more so already thinking she was better than Zuko, not trying to be better than him. I think that came like later down once he came back to the kingdom, right? Or the fire, whatever they call it. But well, when he came back to the Fire Nation, I'm talking animation. I'm talking the animated series, not this one, because obviously, he's not there. Uh But yeah, I thought she was gonna be more intimidating. She really just came off as whiny for real. And is she younger in there than she were? Because I thought she was older than Zuko. I don't know, or maybe she is younger than him, but she just looks younger. Like the girl they chose, even Tylee and May, they all look younger. I thought they'll be more like around Zuko's age, maybe. Well, or at least close to it, right? Because I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Or maybe that it is animated, so maybe they probably just look that way. But I definitely love the way they're slowly depicting General Iroh and Zuko's relationship, because that was more of a fatherly son bond that he had, which still to me one of the saddest scenes in the Avatar animated series was when Zuko came back to him for advice after he betrayed him and Iroh wouldn't talk to him. And then like Iroh cried when he walked out, whatever, when he said he'll figure it out on his own or whatever case is. Well, Zuko said it. But hopefully we'll get to that part at some point during this series. Hopefully the series keep going because I kind of liked it. I really liked it. I really liked it. Ozai was still out of pocket. He was still out of pocket, but close to his animated series counterpart. Same way with Iroh, he was close to the animated series counterpart of his. Tail, is that how you say his name? Tail, the kid that was in the wheelchair. It was good to see him. I don't know if he was in the first season, and that's just like Azula, because Azula wasn't in the first season, if I'm not mistaken. She didn't come until the last episode of the first season. Then she came in the second season, if I'm not mistaken, in the animated series. Tail, I think that's how you say his name. I hope I'm not saying it right, but that's why I didn't want to say it like that. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The kid that was like, he wasn't really an airbender, but the way like his dad made the mechanics like for his chair or whatever, it kind of looked like he was airbending or whatever the case is. But it was good to see him. It was cool that they brought him in. Katara and Jet, that fight that they had was good, but I thought it could have lasted longer. Because again, like I said, I think Jet played like a part in her journey as far as like going through like with this animated in the animated series, he played a part, like some type of part in her journey. And then like the thing with bringing up like her mom or whatever, that kind of unlocked her water bending a little more. So I think that fight could have been a little more significant. But I get it. It's we doing the Netflix one. It's more time consuming because you might be trying to make sure you get, that second season, like, so you want to keep the action, keep the audience involved with everything. So maybe that's why it was a little quick in and out fight. So I'm not too mad about it. King Boomy was close to his character too. If we're talking about people that's close to their character, King Boomy was. He was still crazy. He was still crazy and wild. He was still crazy and wild. But I didn't like. I don't know. It was okay, but I think they should have just stuck with how they did an anime series when Aang went through the trials and then figured out that was Boomy outside of just, hey, Boomy, as soon as he saw him or whatever the case is. I think they should have stayed more on that end. That's just me though. When the Tanu people, the Tanu singers was there, the secret Tanu people. Y'all know who I'm talking about. They brought them in there, man. When Zuko saved Iroh, that was crazy. That was a nice little thing. Iroh, since he already did something to that Earth Kingdom guard or whatever, he didn't want to the Omashu guard, he didn't want to, he said death or whatever, everything. And Zuko coming out of nowhere with the fire bending, fighting them. That was cool. What else? What else? What else? Yo, they brung that bounty chick June in there. That was crazy to see. But if I'm not mistaken, okay, I could be wrong, right? Because I can't remember it correctly. Only this part, because the other part I'm about to say, I already know that happened. But was she the one that court Aang when Zuko had him before Zhao got him? Right? Remember when Zuko put the blue mask on? Is that how they court him? Because I do remember, I can't remember exactly, because Aang, it was a different reason, because Sokka and Katara wasn't in the spirit world when Aang got court. I remember they got sick or something. And then Aang got court. Then that's when Zuko let him go, whatever the case is. But I can't remember if June was the one that did it with the animal that she's using or whatever. But I do remember the one time when they found them, it was because of the Katara necklace, right? The necklace that Katara had from her mom. Zuko gave it to June, and that's how he found them, because the monster, whatever, that it goes off a scent. So that's how they found Katara. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong though, but maybe that's how Aang got caught that time when Zuko turned to the blue spirit, that character or whatever. They showed that knowledge owl. Can't remember his name, but when they went to, y'all remember that owl that kept talking? He knew all the knowledge in the world. Da 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 da. They brought him in there. That was cool. What else? Roku came and Aang went in his room, but it was good to see Roku in the series. It was good to see Roku, but I remember it was more difficult to get in that room, right? And then he only could go in the room at a certain time. It was like, I can't remember what it was, but it's like something like it had to be a certain time of the day, or maybe the moon or sun or something like that. But it wasn't that easy to get in the Roku room. 'Cause I remember they needed you needed multiple firebenders to open that door to go to Roku's room. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. You'll see the scene that was from the animated series. That was kind of, but I'm not bad, because then again, like I said, I can understand why it might have got switched, and you probably not trying to go on the exact timeline of it, so that's all right. Zuko putting on that blue mask, I already talked about that. That was, I mean, I feel like they always had to do that because that was a early mark in Zuko's and Aang relationship. when after he saved them, the Aang, asked him like, if this is a different time, do you think we could have been friends or something like that? So that's always a defining moment in there, in my opinion. That's a defining moment scene in the Avatar series. What else? What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to just look for some things. Oh yeah, okay. Now we back to the Ozai Zuko Agni Kai, because let's just go to this, right? Because it was completely different. Because remember, it was way different. Because I don't know if Zuko was. Oh, Zuko, I think he was invited to the meeting when he burst out or whatever the case may be, right? And and then like I said, the Andy Kai in the anime series, I'm not mistaken, Zuko didn't fight him back. So that's why his dad burnt his eye. Because I guess he showed weakness or whatever. So that's why he just kicked him in his, like, he just shot the fire, and that's what gave him that scar that he had. And the scene was good though. The scene was good. And I liked how they kind of switched it up, like to show like that his dad thought he was weak, because when he could have beat him, Zuko could have beat him when he had the punch loaded up ready and he stopped. And then, that's when his dad went off or whatever. It was a shock the way they, I don't know if it was like this in the series, if this how he got his crew. But it was crazy that was the same crew, that the reason why what happened to his face, that's the crew that he had that whole time, because he didn't want to sacrifice them, right? Because that was the plan, that he basically disrespected his father or whatever, and that's what the Agni Kai happened, because he didn't want to sacrifice any troops. He didn't think they should have sacrificed the troops, and those were the troops that were given to him, the ones that he saved. Because the one guy, he was saying Zuko don't care about anybody, and then when Iroh told him the story of what happened to Zuko, that was a good shock factor. The scene when Zuko came back after they figured out what he did, they all showed their respect when they was bowing to him when he came back on the ship. That was nice to see. Like that he basically got their loyalty back from Zhao, because first they was listening to Zhao, right? Because they felt like, Zuko didn't care about him, the way he talked to them and stuff like that. So that was good to see that turning point happen again. What else? What else? What else? Yo, what was crazy is I knew it was something that happened, but I forgot that Princess Yue, her hair was white because of that moon spirit like using the powers to keep her alive when she was a younger child. I forgot about that. That was good to see. That's why it's always good to watch these too, because you remember things. It did seem random when Sokka asked Yue though about marrying the dude, and then she like, oh, he's not the boy of my dreams, and then she kissed Sokka. I'm like, okay, Yue, pump the brakes. Like, okay, you was a fox in the spirit world with him, but now like he's just he's just your dream dude. Like, Azula finally doing her lightning coming to the end. That was good. Cause remember, she didn't really. Yeah, she was still using the regular fire, but her trademark that was made her like fascinating everybody was her blue lightning and her blue fire. That was what really made, that's what really made like, her like a significant character. I mean, not significant character, but that's what made her like a cool addition in the series when we saw her. Cause like, yo, what is that? How is she doing that type thing? Right. So, you know, um, and we always gonna have to see Yue turn into the moon, right? Because that was such a significant, another defining moment in the series when Aang almost was lost because the ocean spirit took him or whatever the case is. He was all, you know what I mean? And then Yue had to give her life back or give the power back, whatever the case is. Basically, gave her life as a sacrifice for like, the water benders and even just the balance in the world. Aang the return, cool. The Katara speech, that's what I said I was gonna come back to. That wasn't that bad. When the speech when she spoke to Aang, when she was like, I know you're still in there, I need you, whatever the case is, that was good. That was good. So she redeemed herself with that one with me. She redeemed herself. That's why I said when I said about the no emotions, that's why I was like, that was early in the season, whatever, right? So that was still good. But all in all, It's what I thought our 2010 movie version of this was going to be. So I'm very happy. Really hope that we get a season 2 and it goes all the way through the series. And yeah, y'all put in the comments if I missed something that y'all felt was significant, if it was something that y'all was looking for, something you liked, something you didn't like. Let's talk about it in the comment section, man. And I'm out until next time.